Good morning. After a wonderful season of listening to many voices leading us through Advent, we're back to our study of John. And we're in John 4, and we're going to pick up in the middle of a story where we left off. This is the story of Jesus and the Samaritan woman at the well. And I'll just, a quick side note, just know that the gospel writers write for a purpose out of a personality, their own experience, their own sources. They don't all include the same stories. In fact, John's gospel has the most unique material, things that are not contained anywhere else in the other gospels. This is one of them. This is John. This one story takes up one whole chapter of the 21 chapters in John. So it must be very significant to John for him to tell the story. In the story, Jesus strikes up a conversation in the middle of the day with a woman asking her for water. In their interchange, we find out this woman has a past. She's ashamed of her past. Jesus is drawing her to himself. We know that Jesus is going to use this to be able to preach the good news to the entire town. We're right in the middle of that story where after this interchange with this woman, she now departs, and we read this. Just then his disciples returned and were surprised to find him talking with a woman. But no one asked, "What do you want?" or "Why are you talking with her?" Then leaving her water jar, the woman went back to the town and said to the people, "Come see a man who told me everything I ever did. Could this be the Messiah?" They came out of town and made their way towards him. Two things here stand out I think are very interesting. Number one, Jesus was breaking social mores by talking to this woman, this Samaritan woman, this kind of Samaritan woman. The disciples knew it. They're afraid to challenge him, but they thought it. So not only would his disciples have thought this, but anybody in the town seeing this interaction would have thought Jesus was really only after one thing, that this was completely inappropriate. There's no reason for him to do it. And I guess I just want to lift out of this the fact that Jesus doesn't care. I want to say something stronger than that, but I don't know who I'll offend. He doesn't give a darn what people think. Jesus is so differentiated. He knows who he is, what he believes. He knows his identity, what he came to do. He's laser focused, and we know that he's also got this listening ear to the Father through the Spirit telling him what's happening in any one moment. So Jesus is able to rise above the social mores, the kind of questions that could be asked, the comments that could have been, the judgments, right? And actually deal with this woman. I think it's really beautiful. I'd like to be that kind of a person. I'd like to be so focused on who God wants me to be and what he wants me to do that I too am able to rise above what other people think. But often, of course, we fail at that. Something to aspire to as we see Jesus in operation. Grace and peace to you.